So this week in math, we reviewed how to do a whole number by a fraction multiplication, like the problem on the screen now. A zoo has 50 animals, and 1/5 of those animals are monkeys. How many monkeys are in the zoo? Remember, we converted our whole number into a fraction and then multiplied. Then, on Monday, we learned how to multiply a unit fraction, like 1/5, by another unit fraction, like 1/3, in this problem, where we had 1/5 of the employees who were zookeepers and 1/3 of the zookeepers were girls. So when we multiplied those together using our area circle, we saw that 1 was our numerator, and we had 15 pieces all together, so 15 was our whole, our denominator. On Wednesday, we moved on and we practiced a unit fraction, 1/6, times a fraction that is not a unit fraction, in this case 2/3, where 1/6 of the students at the school were in 5th grade and 2/3 were boys. And we found out what fraction of the school is 5th grade boys. Again, we used our fraction circle and we came up with 2/18, and then we simplified to 1/9. Then on Wednesday, we multiplied two fractions that are not unit fractions. So we have this problem. 3/5 of all people have pets. 2/3 of those people have a cat or dog. What fraction of all people have a cat or a dog? So we multiplied 3/5 times 2/3 using our fraction bar down at the bottom and got an answer of 6/15. So now let's do it without models. So here we have a problem, 1/5 times 1/8. So we've gone back to our unit fractions. In this case, we're going to follow these steps. Step 1 says multiply your numerators together. So I'm going to do 1 times 1, and that gives me 1. Then I'm going to multiply my denominators together. 5 times 8 gives me 40. And then step 3 says to simplify, but I'm going to go ahead and put my problem into a fraction first. So I have 1/40, which cannot be simplified. So that's done. 1/5 times 1/8 equals 1/40. Let's try it with a different problem. This problem has two fractions that are not unit fractions. So we're going to go ahead and follow those same steps when we're solving it. So I want to know what 3/5 times 2/4 equals. So I'm going to start with my step number 1. Multiply my numerators together. 3 times 2 equals 6. So I've got my numerator. And then my denominator says 5 times 4 equals 20. I have my denominator. In this case, I can simplify. So when I simplify, I'm going to divide them both by 2 because I know they're both even, and that's my greatest common factor. And I get 3/10, which is my answer. So now it's your turn. I want you to pause this video and solve these 3 problems in your notebook without using your models from earlier this week. Hopefully you paused the video and you've solved these problems. So now let's go ahead and solve them. So here you can see that 1/8 times 1/3 gave us 1/24. 1/2 times 2/5 gave us 2/10, which we then simplified to be 1/5. And 3/8 times 2/5 gave us 6/40, which we simplified to be 3/20. Alright, if you had any problems, make sure you go back and rewatch the video and take notes. Otherwise, you are ready for the test. Good luck.